Low budget, high concept, instant classic. Of the 50,000 clips submitted to MTV over the years, Smells Like Teen Spirit is, 13 years later, still considered by many to be the best video ever made. 4 minutes and 36 seconds that would forever change the course of both Nirvana and MTV.
There has not been, in my 17 years here, one other song or video that had as dramatic an effect of a change.
They created a playground for all of the other bands to play in. It was just so amazing to me, like that suddenly Rancid was in heavy rotation.
The network's first encounter with Nirvana came weeks before Teen Spirit hit the air at a radio festival in Boston where they were just one of 20 or so bands on the bill.
We're just this rock and roll band. We play our songs, you know, and play them to the people, and people like them, that's cool.
Less than a year after, Nirvana was asked to open the Video Music Awards.
Anytime you watch the VMAs, we always try to start the show with a bang. It says something about that year.
As it turned out, though, Nirvana did not open the 1992 VMAs and almost didn't play at all.
We didn't want to play Smells Like Teen Spirit. So we came into the rehearsals and we were going to play 2 new songs.
Nirvana comes to rehearsal and just out of the blue, instead of doing Smells Like Teen Spirit, they do Rape Me.
Then we get a call the next day that MTV says we cannot play unless we play Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Nirvana settled on Lithium after the provocatively titled Rape Me was rejected by nervous MTV execs. But Cobain was not without a sense of humor.
When Nirvana's turn finally came to perform, Kurt Cobain had a little fun and actually started the first few chords of Rape Me. And he did about 4 bars of it, and then they kicked right into Lithium. So it was their way of sort of playing with MTV.
But this VMA performance may be best remembered for an incident that had nothing to do with the song Nirvana played. When Novoselic's amp shorted out, rendering his instrument useless, Chris tossed his bass in the air, and what went up came down hard. Nirvana made the news backstage that year too. It was there that we got our first glimpse of the family Cobain: Kurt, Courtney, and their daughter Frances Bean, just 3 weeks old at the time. Young Frances got her first taste of rock and roll bad behavior that day when Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose angrily tried to settle an old score he had with her parents.
He told me to keep my woman in line. We were sitting there eating food and Axl walked by and Courtney and I just jokingly said, "Axl, will you be the godfather of our child?" You know, we're just joking around and he turned around and started pointing his finger and was really aggressive and mean, like threatening to beat me up and stuff. And I couldn't help but laugh because I haven't been in that kind of a situation since I was in 6th grade.
Nirvana took to the MTV stage on a number of memorable occasions in its short but celebrated career. They had him hanging from the rafters during this more intimate appearance on 120 Minutes. And if you rang in the Live and Loud New Year with MTV in 1994, you saw Nirvana single-handedly headline what was to be a double bill. Pearl Jam bailed at the last minute. But Nirvana's most renowned performance was actually its quietest. Taped in November 1993, Nirvana Unplugged is still regarded as one of the great performances in MTV's history.
What else should I be? All apologies.
It's a shame in a way because the Unplugged would have still been historical had Kurt not killed himself. And I just hope it's not only remembered for that.